Morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, November 26th at 8:32 a.m. All right, let's do a video watch list today. So before I start, remember what I keep saying about this week, right? This week is the Thanksgiving crack week. This is the week where a lot of low float stocks go crazy. And think about how many times I repeat it. Think about how many times I talk about it. That's when you should know that, damn, this is actually a real fucking thing that actually happens. There's been years and years and years where during this time of year, all these stocks go crazy. You saw it last week. You're starting to see it this week. So be careful when you're shorting this week. That's just my number one advice is be sure to use hard stops. Maybe on some of these riskier plays, use a little bit less size. Protect yourself this week. This week is all about protecting yourself. You're playing defense this week to be able to play offense next week, right? All right, let's start. So Jan, this is a perfect example of a crack week stock, right? The stock goes from fucking $3 to $7, destroying everyone on the way up. And then if you're patient, you fucking make a mint shorting it, right? So the key is to be patient and wait and be able to recognize that, hey, this is a low float stock. Let me just fucking take it slow this week. That's it. So coming into the morning, what I see here is a resistance line around $4, which also matches up with the red to green area. So $4 is going to be my first level to watch. And then very clearly you have this 430 level. And then you have kind of this 460 level where previous support becomes resistance. So these are the 1, 2, 3 lines I'm looking to scale in the morning. And because this stock is on backside, I feel a little bit more comfortable using a little bit more size. So rather than using 30% of my size, I'm going to use 30% here, 30% here, 30% here, call it 90% of my size, right? Essentially. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on that stock. SRNE is my favorite one of the day. Why is this one my favorite one of the day? Because it went fucking straight up all day yesterday. Looks like it squeezed everyone out after hours, and now it's fucking red. So my ideal game plan on this stock is to have fantasy orders every fucking 10 cents. 310, 320, 330, right? That's my plan to scale that. The reason why I want to do every 10 cents is because you see 310 is here, 320 there's a bunch of resistance here, and then 330 there's some resistance here. So I want to scale into the resistance zones in the morning. And let's say in the morning this just fucking tanks towards 290 and then bounces. That would be a perfect scenario to just short the bounce using this kind of 320 level as risk in the morning. So this is my favorite one of the day. This is the one I'm going to be watching the most. IFRX, this one's going to be a little bit difficult, I think. What I want to see is kind of how this 340 330 level reacts in the morning. I don't want to really get in under this chop because there's not really much meat on the bone. I want this thing to pop towards my lines, set my fantasy orders, and take it from there. CCXI, this is a non-niche setup, but essentially I see a death line here at 26 bucks. Let me actually adjust my watch list to include that. I don't think this is a trade that I would take, but the death line's there, so I'm just going to kind of track it to see how the death line reacts on this setup. Last but not least, NSPR. If you look back at this stock, you can see that it's a reverse split turd piece of shit stock. This is exactly the type of stock that likes to run in Thanksgiving week. So what I see here is very clear resistance levels around 150, and I see one over here, call it $2. So watching this to see how it reacts around 150 or $2, this could easily parabolic straight up. This is a low float stock. So what I'm waiting for on this one is some sort of confirmation or some signal that tells me, all right, the stock is broken and it's time to get in. So I don't know what that signal is going to be yet, but when the market opens, we'll have some commentary on it. Also, if you have not seen already, I posted my video from yesterday here. Today, Bao is going to be doing an Instagram live, so be on the lookout for that as this fucking NSPR is tanking. Anyway, let me get back to trading.